Chapter 1. The humming had started 2 weeks ago. A faint humming in my head, like distant white noise or a forgotten song stuck on loop. At first, I thought it was my overworked brain crying out for rest. I've been pulling long nights as a freelance tech consultant, mostly debugging outdated city infrastructure systems. But then I noticed the others. Baristas in my usual coffee shop began smiling a little too widely. Strangers on the bus sat eerily still, blinking in sync. My neighbor, Mrs. Kelsey, who used to wave at me every morning, now stared blankly at the horizon until her alarm went off, and then she'd go back inside without a word. Chapter 2. Patterns in the static. I started documenting everything. The times I heard the hum, always stronger near certain buildings. The way people paused briefly when walking past utility poles. The frequency of certain words on local radio stations like calm, order, and harmony. My city was changing, and I was the only one who seemed to notice. I hacked into the public data feeds, something I probably shouldn't admit, but what I found was alarming. New devices have been installed on the city's smart grid. Officially, they were resonance stabilizers to improve communication signals. But when I traced their network, it didn't lead to the Department of Communications. It led to an unlisted facility downtown labeled Project Echo. Chapter 3. Project Echo. The building was a dull gray box nestled between two high-rise apartments. No signs, no guards, just a keypad entry system and cameras pointed in every direction. I wouldn't have gotten inside if it weren't for my friend Sam, an IT security officer who owed me a favor. Once inside, what I found chilled me. Room after room of humming servers, monitors tracking people's biometric signals, and in the center, a room labeled cognitive frequency modulation. I snapped pictures, downloaded logs. This was a psychological conditioning program. A signal was being broadcast citywide at low frequencies, subtly adjusting brain activity, promoting obedience, suppressing panic, enhancing suggestibility. Chapter 4. The broadcast. Late that night, I confronted Sam. He looked tired, pale, but the moment I showed him the data, his demeanor shifted. "You shouldn't have seen this," he whispered. That's when I realized he was already compromised. He stared at me blankly and smiled. "It's for the good of the city, you know." I ran. I ditched my phone, my laptop. I knew they'd be tracking me. The next day, news anchors all repeated the same phrase. A new era of unity begins today. Chapter 5. The resistance. I found others like me, people who'd started noticing the changes. A group operating underground, literally beneath the old subway tunnels. They called themselves the Quiet Signal. Turns out, I wasn't the first to stumble onto Project Echo. They had equipment, scramblers, even a makeshift broadcast station trying to jam the signal. "We've only got one shot," their leader, Maya, told me. "We either take down their transmitter or everyone becomes a puppet."